That was what attracted me in the very first place. You know me, I like fine things. It just draws you in. It just tells you, read me, I'm beautiful. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uche, and if this is your first time on this channel and you're not subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button down below so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for clicking again. In this video, I'll be reviewing the book Daughters of Nri by Reni Amayo. So this book was published in 2019 and is the first book in the Return of the Earth Mother series, and it tells the story of twin girls Eze and Synopsis, who were separated at birth. So Synopsis was sent to live in the king's palace, while Eze lived with her grandmother and her uncle in their own village. At the beginning, everybody is made to believe, even the characters of the book, what they grew up knowing was that the present king, Eze Ochichiri, defeated the Earth Mother, and he was their savior. He brought good tidings to them. But as the story progresses, we get to know that Eze Ochichiri is actually the real villain in this story, and the twins, they are remnants of the Earth Mother's powers, and they have magic, and their sole purpose is to defeat Eze Ochichiri. But the thing is that they do not know each other. It's towards the ending of the book that they get to meet each other. So I believe they are identical twins. Even from the cover of the book shows twin girls with different hairstyles, but it's almost like it's one and the same person. So the book further tells us Esinala's journey and how she met with a group of survivors after her village was destroyed on a supposed wedding day. So these survivors, they plot on how to bring down the Eze Ochichiri before it wreaks more havoc. But the thing is that this villain, Eze Ochichiri, he's very powerful. So the power he got was one Ndu crystal, and that should be the heart of the Earth Mother, and this is what he used in vanquishing her and destroying her. So that's the source of these villains' powers. So the twins are supposed to get this Ndu crystal and destroy Eze Ochichiri. For Synopsis, where she's living in the palace, first there is an attempt on her life by an enemy of hers, who she doesn't even have any issues with, but it just happens that is jealous of her, so she plans to kill her at first, but later on there is this enemies turned to friends aspect in that book. As we look at the girls' journeys, we see how they discover their powers and how they doubted it at first before they fully acknowledged that they had this power and they had this purpose of destroying the villain. The twins, they had help along the way. They had older people who were coaching them on how to use their powers and on how to make their powers manifest for the greater good. So guys, that is basically it about the book. So the things I like about this book: first, I love the cover of this book. That was what attracted me in the very first place. You know me, I like fine things. So look at the cover. I just love the gold and the black that is going on there, and the girls that were depicted on the front cover of this book. I mean, it just draws you in. It just tells you, read me, I'm beautiful. And the name, it actually called, so there's a lot of promise in the name, Daughters of Nri. You're just thinking. So that was what got me in the very first place, and that was what made me to actually get this book to read. So one thing I like about this book is that it has short chapters. It's very, very easy to read. Before you know, you're done with this chapter. So there is this sense of progression that you have while you're reading the book. And this book belongs to the fantasy genre, so it's not really real. The only thing I think is real is Nri. Nri is an actual place in Anambra State. So another thing again is I love the budding romance between Esinala and Eni. I actually look forward to their scenes together while I was reading the book. So that was kind of like the saving grace for me in this book. And I had this question while I was reading the book. The question was, why was the Eze sending out his armies to destroy the villages? Because we got to know that Nala's village was destroyed. So that was the question I had at the beginning of the book. But towards the end of the book, the Eze actually confessed that that he was destroying these villages because he didn't want any opposition. He just wanted to be in power forever. And from what we know, the Eze has lived for a very, very long time, so it's almost like he's immortal because he destroyed the Earth Mother, destroyed other gods too, so it almost seemed impossible for him to be defeated. And these twins, they were born at the time when twins were being killed. That was why they were separated in the very first place. And these twins, they're actually royals too, because their father was an Obi before his death. There is also telepathy between the twins, but I feel it wasn't fully exploited because we didn't get to know that that these twins, they actually communicated some way. No matter how subtle it was towards the end of the book that they could hear the other person's voice. But I feel the potential of this telepathy between the twins was not fully tapped. And also there's telekinesis too, when when they start to manifest their powers, there's earthquake and all these things. But it didn't have that much impact on me. It wasn't something that I was that I look forward to, because it just felt basic to me. So their powers were not fully exploited. It's almost like they didn't even have powers. We were just looking at their journey as they came to themselves, as they came to know what they are and their purpose. And even the climax of this book, that is the final battle, or let's say the first battle between the twins and the Eze, it was very, very basic. I felt they were just, I don't know, I didn't really feel it. I wasn't feeling it at all. It just felt normal. It just felt like any part of the book. It didn't feel like it was the climax. I knew that probably the good was supposed to win over evil, but it was just there. It wasn't something that was it wasn't epic again. And it's quite disheartening because I had so much expectations when it came to this book. I was in my mind, I was like, this book, I'm going to dedicate my whole time to it and read it and stuff. But it dragged. If you know what I mean by drag, it dragged in most. It just dragged. The fact that I was even able to finish it as quickly as I did was because I wanted to see the end of it. I just wanted to mark it that I've read this book. So the second book is coming out in October 2021, and that is Descendants of the First, and the cover is very beautiful again. But I do not know if I'll be reading this book. I do not know, but I just might read it, because in the second book I'm looking forward to seeing more of Esinala and Eni's romance. It was very exciting to read about them. But all in all, the book is okay. The book is pretty cool. But if you're someone that doesn't like a slow-paced novel, then this novel is definitely not for you. I wasn't captivated from the very beginning. I just kept thinking, okay. There was no suspense for me. The suspense didn't really build up to what I would expect it to be. It was just flat. So that's it about this book. If you read it, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be looking forward to reading from you. I'll see you in my very next video. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe. Bye guys.